Good afternoon, students. So let's start with the next type of the epithelial tissue. Today we are going to study two different types of epithelial tissue, columnar epithelium, and the next one is ciliated epithelium. Okay, columnar epithelium. Again, we are going to see the three important components. First, the location, second, structure, and third, function. Okay, columnar epithelial tissue, where is it found or what is the location of it? It is generally found in the inner lining of the stomach, small intestine and gallbladder. So the inner lining of the small intestine, stomach, which are the digestive organ, and also gallbladder, there your columnar epithelial tissue is present. Let's come on to the structure. You can see the structure. The columnar epithelial cells are long, tall, pillar-like or column-like. Correct? Isn't it? All the cells are long, they are tall, they look like a pillar or they look like a column-like. Okay? All the cells are placed side by side like the column, and it is composed of a single layer of cell. So, columnar epithelium is made up of a single layer of cell. Every cell generally is tall. It is generally having a pillar-like or a column-like appearance, and all the cells are arranged side by side like the column. Now, it contains a basal nucleus which is generally surrounded by the cytoplasm. The nucleus is not present at the center. The nucleus is generally present at the base, and it is generally surrounded by the cytoplasm. Now, all this cell generally have anterior end broader and the posterior end is narrower. Anterior end is broader, and the broader surface or the free surface generally contains microvilli or the brush border. Right? It contains what? It contains microvilli or brush border. Now, what is the function of microvilli or brush border? It increases the surface area for absorption. So, we all know that as columnar epithelium is present in the digestive organs such as the stomach and small intestine. So, to increase the surface area for the maximum absorption process, the microvilli or brush border is present. And all the cells lie down on a non-cellular membrane. That non-cellular membrane is called basement membrane. This is the structure of columnar epithelial tissue. Now let's talk about function. First, the anterior free surface generally contains microvilli or the brush border. So if the microvilli or brush border is present, it plays a very important role in increasing the surface area for absorption during the process of digestion. And second function, it plays an important role in secretion and also absorption. Okay. Next one, fourth one is called ciliated epithelial tissue. Ciliated epithelial tissue location says that it is present in the inner lining of the trachea, inner lining of the trachea, you know very well trachea, which is generally called windpipe or air pipe. So present in the inner lining of the trachea, inner lining of the fallopian tube or oviduct of the female. Everyone knows fallopian tube or oviduct, right? Female reproductive system contains one pair of fallopian tube or oviduct through which the egg is carried to the uterus. There it is present. It is present in the lining of the nasal cavity, bronchi, and also in the inner lining of the lungs. The ciliated epithelial tissue are present. This is the location of ciliated epithelium. Now let's talk about the structure. See, similar structure is generally present here. Only a few changes takes place, right? Every cell is generally made up of ciliated epithelium is generally made up of a single layer of cell. All the cells here also are tall, column-like or pillar-like. They might be sometimes cuboidal or they might be somewhat oval in shape, right? They also contains the nucleus. Is the nucleus present at the center? No. The nucleus is generally present at the base, called as the basal nucleus, which is generally surrounded by the cytoplasm. All the cells have a free end which is generally broader and the posterior end which is narrower. Now this free end or the anterior end of the ciliated epithelial tissue generally contains your cytoplasmic or protoplasmic extension. This hair-like protoplasmic extension are generally called as cilia. right? So in columnar epithelium we had microvilli or brush border, and in ciliate epithelium we generally have hair like protoplasmic extension which are generally called cilia. Now what are cilia? Cilia are the major locomotory organs, so they are going to provide the movement. Okay, next, all the cell lie down on a non-cellular membrane. That non-cellular membrane is generally called basement membrane. So only one change is there, that is in columnar epithelium the anterior free surface contains brush border, and in ciliate epithelium the anterior free end generally contains your cilia, and that cilia plays an important role in locomotion or movement, right? Okay, now what is the function of ciliated epithelium? Kya function hai ciliated epithelium ka? Ciliated epithelium plays an important role in generally removing the dust particle entering through the air, right? So whenever the dust particle enters through the air into the trachea, it has been expelled out, it has been thrown out. That is done with the help of the cilia. And also cilia plays an important role to propel the ovum or the egg from the fallopian tube to the uterus. That is the function of ciliated epithelial tissue. You know very well, जब fertilization होता है, fertilization मतलब male और female gamete का fusion होता है, right? Okay, तो ये जो आपका egg रहता है, राइट, ओके, तो ये एग आपका कब फर्टिलाइज होगा स्पर्म के साथ? व्हेनेवर देयर इज अ सेक्सुअल कांटेक्ट. तो ये जो आपका ओवम एक्सपेल होता है ओवरी में से, वो आपका फेलोपियन ट्यूब में आता है. पर फेलोपियन ट्यूब में कैसे आता है? द फेलोपियन ट्यूब या ओविडक्ट के आजू बाजू में हेयर लाइक स्ट्रक्चर सीलिया रहते हैं, जिसके वजह से आपका ये ओवम यूटेरस में आ जाता है. दैट इज द फंक्शन ऑफ द सीलिएट एपिथेलियल टिश्यू. ओके, तो ये था कॉलमुनर एपिथेलियम, ये है सिलिएटेड एपिथेलियम. लोकेशन इसका कॉलमुनर एपिथेलियम, इनर लाइनिंग ऑफ स्टमक, स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन एंड गॉल ब्लैडर. ये कहां पे प्रेजेंट है? सिलिएटेड एपिथेलियम, इनर लाइनिंग ऑफ द, it is present in the inner lining of the trachea, fallopian tube or oviduct, lungs, correct, is bronchiole, etc. राइट, सारे इन दोनों में सिमिलरिटीज क्या है? सारे सेल्स आपके टॉल है, पिलर लाइक है, करेक्ट, ओके, साइड बाय साइड है, दोनों सिंगल लेयर ऑफ सेल से बने गए हैं. आपका बेस में न्यूक्लियस है सराउंडेड बाय साइटोप्लाज्म. सारे सेल आपके लाई डाउन होते हैं नॉन सेलुलर मेम्ब्रेन के ऊपर, जिसका नाम है बेसमेंट मेम्ब्रेन. इसके इंटीरियर सरफेस पे ब्रश बॉर्डर है, इसके इंटीरियर सरफेस पे आपका क्या प्रेजेंट है? सीलिया है. यहां पे ब्रश बॉर्डर या माइक्रोविलाई सरफेस एरिया एब्जॉर्प्शन के लिए बढ़ाएगा, और यहां पे आपका सीलिया लोकोमोशन या मूवमेंट करवाएगा. थैंक यू.